These fellas all go and buy their own uniforms, they buy their own weapons, reproductions, roll their own ammunition.
Like
the uniforms are all wool.
Oh, poor guys.
After the battle is over, you're welcome to come tour the camp, both Confederate and Union. Ask the soldiers any questions you might have. Look at their uniforms, what they're wearing, their weapons. Very educational, especially if you've never been out here before. This morning, the first battle will be a reenactment of the Battle of Val Verde, New Mexico.
Can overheat. Probably not, no. Say cheese. Oh, good. Worst it's gonna do is itch. I was waiting to see if you were gonna do something. You're just touching me.
Waiting for you to smack yourself.
So excited that they would forget which end the bullet was on, and they would tear the end of the bullet off, shove the bullet in first and then the powder on top of it. Naturally, it's not going to ignite and fire, and many times they would find rifles left on the battlefield with 4 or 5 rounds put in improperly, making or rendering the weapon unusable.
So, okay, these are the Union and Confederate. Tell me, I don't understand. Are you videoing?
Yeah.
Tell me later.
Oh, that's fine. So the Confederates were in the South. They were
That was 3. Or was that only 2? I heard of 3.
Yeah. So they were in the South. They were the one that has all the plantations, all the slaves. And then the Confederates. And in the North, abolished slavery about 40 or 50 years before they did. And so when the South split off, because the Union was trying to impose taxes on them, different things to get them to get rid of their slaves, it separated.
So how long did the Civil War last?
Not very long.
Well, you said 40 or 50 years later. Didn't the Civil War free the slaves?
Yeah, in the South. But the North had already gotten rid of them.
Oh, gotcha. So these are actually...
Depends on how you look at it, yeah.
Thinking was from a war. So these are
I think for the most part, people really didn't have an issue with slaves and getting rid of them. But
gosh, I felt that in my leg.
they didn't like big government telling them what to do. Which is, I think, what the main issue was.
The North or the South didn't like them?
The South
Didn't like them telling them.
Yeah.
What was that?
Musket.
That's cool. I like that you're doing 3 months. Listen. I know, it's so awesome. So these guys aren't doing anything. Did they not do anything in the battle?
I don't know. They may just... These guys are marching forward.
wish I was paying attention more. I mean, this is cool. You're gonna read about this and learn about this in school, and you can visualize it a little bit.
Well, I'm sure he'll still tell the story. He just won't be able to give any details.
Okay, here's the Federal Cavalry coming out. They usually did the recon, acted as skirmishers as well. In large enough numbers, they would wreak havoc with the infantry. You can see how well trained the horses are when you're firing a weapon off close to their head. They carried a single-shot carbine and a 6-round pistol. That was their general armament for cavalry.
That was you. Fireworks, you'd be screaming that off. Okay, they're gonna fire.
Both Union and Confederate infantry early in the Civil War fought in large rank-and-file formations, as you see out here, forgetting that their rifled muskets were so accurate at long distance. When they fired in large groups like this, they created a lot of casualties on the other side. Now here with these guys, they're not going to be doing a lot of casualties because, number one, they paid lots of money to come out here and shoot at each other, so they don't want to die too early. Number two, that ground is littered with all kinds of debris that sticks to wool clothing, and it's really hard to get off, even with a brush. So you won't see too much dying until they start running low on ammunition. That's when you'll see the dying start happening, because they've got nothing to shoot.
I would think this would be smarter. These guys usually hit somebody.
That was something that they changed in the Revolution.
I don't know about the Confederate troops because I never served on that side, but when I was a Union infantryman, we usually came out on the field with around 30 to 35 rounds of paper cartridges prepared for the battle. So when you ran out of that 30, 35 rounds, it was time to take a hit and die.
Or run and hide.
Or pick someone else's gun.
Next guy next to you laying there dead. You got another good ones. 2 over here, right? Oh no, we have 3. There we go. Neither one of those were. There it goes. All that work, it's not. It doesn't pack that much. Where are these people? Might as well stop and watch. Dogs in there are probably going crazy.
Smell the phosphorus in the gunpowder.
They shoot cannon over there way more than these guys. Here we go. Here we go. They're gonna do it together.
See the smoke?
They'll probably just leave it there for the next one this afternoon.
Horses are over here.
Huh?
Horses are over here. Civil War is when they started using boats.
Boats.
Huge river boats. They shoot cannonballs at each other. It sucks, man. There was no getting out. There's steamboats. If there's a fire or anything, you were just screwed.
Getting closer and closer. Now they're bunched up again. Let's make the target really easy for them. Yeah, when you send your husband or son off to war back then, pretty good chance you would see him again.
Yep.
I mean, nowadays, like, one soldier dies and it's like, everyone makes a big deal about it. You know what I mean? Rightfully so, but then it's like, how's there nobody knows their name?
before the Confederates had a defense line behind a low embankment. They held this line until the left flank under Captain Baylor was severely mauled by Federals. At that point, nearly 5 hours into the battle, Union artillery moved close to the Confederate center, breaking the line with grape shot and canister. In danger of being flanked and decimated by the artillery, some 200 Texans, aided by 4 6-pound cannon under Captain Field's artillery, charged the Federals, pressing Baylor. At this point, they effectively turned the tide of the battle and forced the Federals to flee the field, leaving it in the hands of the victorious Confederates. There's a guy running forward to commit suicide.
He's got him down.
Okay, the Federal infantry is retreating from the field now, and the Confederates are pressing forward in an effort to capture the artillery.
If they won, they get the cannons, right?
Well, if you're running, you have to stop the
No
carry.
one's dying on their end. Well, I guess there isn't.
Ride on.
What?
She's got the cooler you can ride on.
I have a cart like that. We could have loaded all our chairs up in there. So the Confederates won next one.
Except they're going the wrong way. I should have switched sides. Putting their bayonets on.
Huh?
Putting their bayonets on, I think. If they have any.
Okay, now the rebels have driven the Union infantry from the field, and they're about to capture the Union cannon.
They turn the cannons around.
Huh?
They turn the cannons around.
artillery, this pretty well turned the force or tide of the battle in favor of the Confederates, forcing the Federals to flee the field, leaving it in the hands of the victorious Confederates. Confederate casualties were estimated at 36 killed, 150 wounded, and 1 missing. The Union suffered 68 killed, 150 wounded, and approximately 35 missing. It was a decisive tactical victory for the Confederates.
Levi! Now they're finding it this way.